Shockingly enough, there is a lot of Filipino people our parents' age, because we always assumed that our parents would never want to pay for Filipino food that they could make. And we've been shocked that most of our clientele are people our age also that grew up with Filipino food in their house and kind of want to see a modern take on it. But it's a good mix. It's a good blend of people.
So tonight we are doing our last Irenia Supper Club of the year. It's a Filipino-inspired pop-up dinner series. We do one, I'd say, every 3 weeks.
Chef Ryan, he is another young cook, and he kind of has the same background that I do in Filipino, or like approach to Filipino, because it's more California style. The ingredients are based on what we can find at the farmer's market, and we use that approach to Filipino flavors.
The inspiration for the supper club it's named after my grandma. So her name's Irenia. I grew up in a house with 3 generations of the same family, my grandparents, my parents, and they all came from the Philippines, and I grew up on really like authentic, home-cooked Filipino dishes. And probably before like middle school, it was like pretty much what I ate most of the time. You know, all my other friends ate, fast food and like went out to restaurants. Like I remember like my dad didn't go to restaurants very much. So I started cooking with that kind of like idea in mind to eventually do something where we could showcase the flavors and the ingredients and the dishes that I love growing up. And this is just kind of like the first manifestation of that idea, I guess.
I had known of him because I'd eaten at Taco Maria and I'd seen him there, but and we followed each other on Instagram, but he just initially contacted me through like a comment on one of my pictures on Instagram and just invited me to do this dinner and told me how many people would be there. So I showed up with the dessert. It was babinka, which is a coconut steamed cake. And from then on, he was like, we're doing another one in 2 weeks. Would you be interested? And then we just kept on going with it. As it grew, we kind of grew like a friendship and a relationship, a working relationship. And it grew fast too, which is kind of crazy. Beef isn't really like easy to come by in the Philippines, so you always see these cuts like oxtail that are used because it's cheaper, and you have to like break them down. They're like these long cooking processes. So yeah, it's very typical. You see that a lot.
What else? Tell me a few other things.
For the main dessert, I'm making champurrado, which is typically a dessert in the Philippines or a snack, but it's chocolate rice, and there they serve it with like dried salted fish, like little baby guys, little anchovies, but instead I just use salted puffed wild rice to give that salty quality to it. And I'm serving it with passion fruit and a vanilla semifreddo, which is not Filipino. I think that one of the biggest things that turn people off to desserts is that they're too sweet. So I like to combine textures and salt and acid to make it more balanced and a better experience for people other than just like a sugar bomb. Social media, that's as far as Instagram, really. Instagram, Facebook. We have an email list, and so every new dinner that we have, we send out just a notice that this is happening, and they can reserve a spot.
Where do they go to get on that list, like if I want to right now?
Oh, just email Irenia Restaurant, irenarestaurant@gmail.com.